Hello everyone, how's it going? Elliot here and welcome back to my second channel. This is the first video that we're making on this channel of 2021 and I wanted to use this video to show something rather cool that's happened locally. Back when my channel reached 100,000 subscribers, this article was written about me in the local newspaper. It's a really cool piece of my history and I absolutely adore it. I've got it framed and up on my wall, but with the recent video that I did with MrBeast, I've done another article with the JEP and I thought I would show you it and actually just read you it because it's not too long and it's also got some really good points in there that I just think that on the second channel it'd be a cool place to talk about. So let me show you the article. So this is the paper right here and it is dated Saturday the 2nd of January 2021, and I'm making this video as much for me as I am for you guys because I'll be able to look back at this really cool moment and appreciate it again in the future. So I'm not mentioned anywhere on the front of the JP, which is absolutely fine, but every weekend inside the JEP there is a pullout in the middle called the weekend. There it is. So this is the part that I am in, and as you can see I'm on the front cover of the weekend pullout, which is really cool. Shout out to Jack Claydon for this amazing photo that we did in an old record shop. So it's called The Weekend, and then you can see at the bottom here it says the retro future local internet personality Elliot Cole discusses the pros and cons of earning a living on YouTube and collaborating with the international online megastar MrBeast. And then in the middle of this I have a double page spread, which is absolutely going to go in a frame like this one because it's just insane, isn't it? So I am going to read this all out to you so you can actually see it. I'm not a big fan of this heading here, and the guy who actually wrote this article, Tom, he didn't choose that heading either. Unfortunately, that's the editors of the JEP. That's the sort of thing that the readers of the JEP are going to want to see, some local person earning money. It's just really depressing that that's what they've had to put in the title of this thing when really the money that I'm earning is no different to any regular job. But yeah, the photos are fantastic. There's a picture there of all of my wacky creations that I built, and there's the thumbnail for the MrBeast video. But let me set the camera up and I'll read it out to you. Story time with Elliot. The article reads: it was early 2019 when the JEP last spoke to Elliot Cole, and back then the local internet personality's YouTube channel, The Retro Future, had an impressive 140,000 subscribers. A very respectable number for sure, and one that many YouTubers would probably sell their right arm to attain. Yet that figure has since more than doubled, with the Retro Future now boasting a whopping 332,000 subscribers, which is just ridiculous. That's not in there, but it is ridiculous. And counting, hopefully. I started my channel at the end of 2016 and finished the year with a couple of hundred subscribers. I went full-time with the channel in the middle of 2018 after losing my job at a local trust company. I had been on my probation with them and I'd got 5 months in when they told me they needed someone more experienced. It was a really small company and they needed someone who could just do it all, and I couldn't. Anyway, I'd obviously been doing YouTube on the side because it was and is my passion and hobby, and I was devoting a lot of my time to making videos. They weren't earning me much money, it was more like pocket money, and back then I had around 40,000 subscribers, which is obviously a lot, but it's a really low amount to risk leaving a job for and going full-time on YouTube. Yet that was the situation in which Elliot found himself in, and so he committed to forging a career with the Retro Future. I was earning some money and I was still living with my mum at the time, and I thought, well, what's the rush to find another job when my friends are at uni or travelling and they're racking up debt? And I'm chilling, paying my mum rent, earning some money and doing what I love. So it kind of just went from there, and now here I am. It's literally been a blink of an eye. I don't recall saying that at all, by the way. I think they put that in there just to exaggerate it. And it's gone from being just pocket money to now earning a very respectable living, which is obviously insane. So I definitely didn't say a respectable living. Those were not the kind of words that I would be able to use, but they must have asked me how much I earn, and I just said roughly more than what I was probably earning before, which was obviously minimum wage. For those of you who have yet to visit Elliot's channel, The Retro Future sees the former De La Salle student reviewing new handheld gaming consoles and indulging in his passion for repairing and/or reconfiguring old technology. Of the latter, tech-loving Elliot often designs and constructs reimagined Nintendo Game Boys, such as the diminutive Game Boy Macro and the elongated Nintendo Long Boy. The rapid increase in the number of people subscribing to Elliot's channel, however, has come about in large part due to his recent involvement with one MrBeast. Now that is really wrong. My subscriber base has not come in large part to the involvement. I already had 300,000 subscribers before that collaboration, so I don't know, that kind of sounds like my whole career has been handed to me by MrBeast. For the uninitiated, where have you been? MrBeast's real name, Jimmy Donaldson, is a world-famous American YouTuber whose admirable and outrageous stunts, in brackets adopting every dog in an animal shelter and filling his brother's house with slime, have seen him garner close to 50 million subscribers. This is a quote from me. I'm sure some Jersey Evening Post readers aren't going to know who MrBeast is, but everyone who has an internet connection and has spent more than 20 minutes on YouTube will know him. And MrBeast often puts his considerable earnings to good use, whether treating his loyal followers to prizes, recently giving away 100 free cars to his 40 millionth subscriber, or donating vast sums of money to charities and good causes. He promised to raise $20 million in order to plant 20 million trees when he hit 20 million subscribers. And he did, said Elliot. There really isn't a more relevant YouTuber in the world. He gets 30 million views per video and employs tens and tens of people, paying for their entire livelihoods, and his life ethic is just to make as many people happy as possible. So how then did a little kid in Jersey, Elliot's words, come to find himself in contact with such a world-famous YouTube star? MrBeast reached out to me as he wanted some of my Game Boys for his team, recalls Elliot. It was 8 months in the works and it cost a lot of time and money, but it has resulted in an insane amount of exposure for my channel. The video has over 100,000 views, over 13,000 likes and almost 8,000 comments, which is obviously insane. Yet, such inevitable publicity hasn't come easily, and Elliot and others undertook an enormous amount of hard work behind the scenes to prepare the custom-built consoles for MrBeast and his team. I worked with a company in Montreal, Retro Modding, to get the Game Boys to a position whereby they looked really impressive and were going to be something that MrBeast would be genuinely excited about, and his team has been very forthcoming in helping out with it. It's been huge. Upon receiving the Game Boys, MrBeast then forwarded Elliot the footage of him and his team taking delivery and playing the consoles for the first time, which was then edited and uploaded onto Elliot's channel. There was so much footage to edit that I actually had to hire an editor, he laughs. Did I laugh at that? I've edited every video on my channel, but I employed an editor for this one just so it was one less thing for me to worry about. Once everything was done and the editor had given me the framework of the video, we then sat down together and worked for a final 4 hours until 3 AM in order to get the video live. The resultant video is titled I Sent MrBeast Custom Game Boys, and watching it, it is easy to see why the charismatic and likeable MrBeast has become such an all-conquering internet sensation. He tweeted out recently that when he dies, he doesn't want to have any money left in his bank account. He wants to spend every single penny of it making the world a better place. And I truly believe he means that. You know, it might sound like it could be a load of PR bullshit, but the amount of time that man spent with me on the phone, I mean, who am I to him? I'm not really going to benefit his life that substantially or give him a lot of promotion, if any at all. He said to me, and I quote, "If you were an asshole, I wouldn't be doing any of this." So it was simply that he genuinely wanted to help me, and just look at what he's done. It's hard to even comprehend the fact that a 22-year-old from Jersey has been able to reach this person and be given an opportunity. Yet given the opportunity, he most certainly has, and it seems likely that Elliot's channel will now continue to go from strength to strength, from strength to strength over the coming years. However, level-headed as always, Elliot says he isn't going to take his success for granted. Doing YouTube for a living is a risk. I'm devoting time to something that is somewhat out of my control, and of course I'm gaining a lot of experience in the social media realm, which is not going to go anywhere anytime soon, and the experience could be applied in other areas. For instance, I could help another company with their social media. But at the same time, I'm obviously not doing any exams or getting anything on paper besides my YouTube channel. You have to be smart with it, he continues. You're a lot safer being a director of a company than you are being a YouTuber. You may not be happier, but you're certainly safer. So the way I look at it is that I have this gift, this period of my life which I'm very grateful for, and if I can eventually pay off my mortgage, then YouTube will always be something that set me up for life. I could just blow it all on random stuff, cars, watches, phones, laptops, clothes, and come out of YouTube with nothing, so it's just about putting yourself in a mindset that is realistic. You know, I'm not invincible, I'm not famous, I'm never going to have 17 million followers given the niche that I'm in. It's just a moment of my life where I have an audience that I'm very lucky and grateful to have, and I'm just trying to be smart with it. And then it says, for more details or to subscribe, visit The Retro Future on YouTube. So there we go. That is my article in the local newspaper. I'm not exactly a good reader. It's been an insane journey. Thank you so much. We're moving into 2021 now, and I hope I can still do some crazy cool things this year. I've got another cool collaboration lined up. I'm also trying to work on some other big things as well. I can't talk about it much right now, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll see where it goes. Thank you very much again. I really do appreciate it. Let me know what your thoughts are of this article. It's a shame they had to gear some of it towards the monetary side of it, but that's just the way these articles work in newspapers because readers are going to be more engrossed and engaged with that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.